no passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years old early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Bassa himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. Yeah. It does not have that contact.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believe it. We told Joshua for what? You're not a footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to instantly because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years old early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Bassa himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. It does not have that contact.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything, and the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Bribery to where, and said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Bassa come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way, Bassa, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Barney, Jim Barney. But when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Bassa benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving a Bribery for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he wants to persecute us. You guys going to persecute us? So what is going on with Ekun? Ekun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. So from who offered my own son offered that I went final resolution. I've never said to them, why you all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Bassa send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move.
Liberia is in trouble.
Correct move.
But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that Judge Ware is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought transformation to Liberia. That is a man who will have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in second term. But they don't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. You say Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. Tell me something. Zero. When I go to Nations Cup now, go to Nations Cup, let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup, I'll give $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your national team $500,000. I promise. Your Nations Cup, your experience in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If the Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God. I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right? The hardship, you have not seen that ship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person cannot put the nation right.
Will determine a clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on some of these crowds. For instance, I know it can be argued or understandably that the overpower bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the road from Cassidy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the Puebla. That's true. But it was blocked in the Puebla. The President Bouaca's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we will take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting them will join inside and go stand.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, and now got China excited with the new commitment to come do these projects. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves.
We used to go to him, even fee Bouaca because of his title. Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that the Liberian are afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, tenure position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest, we went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. But reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. We have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, they tell me that no, this is a tenure position. You cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period. So we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior, is wrong. We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, so they have to be taking on job, is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean government, the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. You know, but again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. You know, this is wrong. People supported the Unity Party, I came to power, I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man and you refuse to employ a Liberian? Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, Abi. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong.
A systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the Unity Party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. But citizens, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bone Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest We will not retreat. We will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is straight ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberian will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
For reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. We have to respect the laws of the republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, they tell me that no, this is a tenure position. You cannot move the person until the tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the republic. We're not a democratic period. So we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
Maybe when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior is wrong. We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, so they have to be taking a job, it is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power that came to rescue cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. But again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. This is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe the disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Wabba know that. Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world. Whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. We are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. And that's why we promote peace in our country. For so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face at the end of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there, but these are Liberians. In the wake of all of these hardships, they have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up tenure positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking off jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that are feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior, is wrong. You know what I'm saying? We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, they have to be taking on job. This is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. You know, and what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. You know, but again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. You know, this is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man and you refuse to employ a Liberian? Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe the disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Baka know that. Baka know that. When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bwaka because of his title. You know what I'm saying? Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing.
You get that is very tired. Let me say, hands up to all of you. How are you people, man? Fantastic students. You all are great people, and hands up to you. May God continue to bless you people for what you do for your country. So today, we are having a special class. And because of the person involved, I have decided to invite a guest lecturer for tonight. So this class is a special class for the guest lecturer. My only guest lecturer I can feel pleased to share this class with. If you check the history of this country, the only two tribes that didn't go into slavery are the Bassa and the Kru people. They didn't go into slavery. You know why? The Bassa people used to be cooking for the slave masters when the people on the ship. Then the Kru people on the other side, they didn't want used to be facing the ship, the mechanical issue. So the Kru people and that of the Bassa people, they never went into slavery. That's why you saw the Bassa people, they took strategic land. Yeah, they have strategic land. So you don't believe that one of your business. The Bassa and the crew people, they never went into slavery. Me, I finish with that one. Very good. So I think you know that one there now. We talk strategically, and the reason why you see they say Bassa people can sell land because Bassa people took land in places that are in hard demand. So why would they not be selling land? Well, you see, the Bassa people, the area that they took land, the area they got land, not even they took land, the area they got land. People like yo, who in people play there, Bon County, then look at the kind of person who want multiple buying business from you people. Nobody can do that kind of thing that easily. That the Bassa people in strategic areas. And you know when you get area very strategic and people need it plenty times, what do? You gotta make sure that people must get it. The strong shall survive. But you're not learning. Even if pellet people or the other tribe, if you're in a position that we're in, where we get strategic area that we get laid hard cake, you are not going to do the city too. The guy they are begging you. Coming to come between the city pass here around. What they going? That the only man I can be pleased with, and so that we can share the platform. You see why you say they play the Togle? No, they play. We got the land, so we got land in strategic areas, and the places we have our land and they play again one. So the idea where you Canada will give it to you. So when you don't want to develop the play, that then we take it to give it to somebody who want to develop. You know, Bassa men believe in development. You see, Bassa men like development business. So when they get you place, and then you don't want to develop it, they will take it to give it to somebody who can develop. And some of the thing there, the development we can be talking about is not just ordinary development. We also want personal development too. So oh God. What Isaac going off again? Yeah, Isaac is coming on. Isaac Jackson is going to be right here with us tonight as my guest lecturer. They were the two tribes. Learn that thing, go in your history. You follow the Sastan War? Oh yeah, you follow the Sastan War. You go ask the former president, what makes him to be the kind of president he is? When the former president sits down and begin to tell you the history about the Crew territory, because he has a Bassa background and the Crew background also inside a good. But if he tell you, you will see. They have to have fun, we can play and see that there. Anybody who want to call, when I get time, we were the chief cook. So it was difficult for us to go into slavery. So were they responsible for cooking on the ship when they were carrying you? You're the other tribe then when they were burning you out to carry you to slavery. We don't want them doing the cooking. So we got to stay on the ship and come back again, collect you and carry you, we'll do the cooking. Now we don't want. Then the crew people were there to do the mechanical work. They don't want to honor the ship. You know, crew people, they are brave. They like to go honor. So the idea that the crew people used to go there and be facing the ship. So the two tribes that didn't go into slavery. That history, I got it from the former president. One time he was lecturing a certain era. I got it from him. That is and I'm true. Yeah. Then we, the people there who, what they call now, the Bassa people, they really get problem with us now that they play there. Then the River Sense people, when they came from Congo, making their way, what they call that water they were using. That's why you see when they say Niji business, that what the River Sense people that were. They said that the Bassa Belt people then there. All the history that you need to know, you don't even know about us. You're gonna be talking about us now, you know. They play they were carrying all the other tribe then. We don't want cooking for you in the ship when they were carrying you. We don't want responsible for cooking business. That's why they say Bassa people, they are cooking business, not easy. That was our own job right there. To make sure we cook for your eat. They're all there. Then the crew people, they didn't want hard mechanical knowledge. They didn't want you to do that one. So you see, now how is it that we were not into slavery? Now what kind work they were doing to cook for you to eat? That was operating. Then on the land issue now, we had enough. So because of the kind of way we used to cook, the people used to lay our business. They say, you know what, any kind of land you want to, you're taking. So we're strategic in getting land in strategic areas. And the places they will get it land and they play your war. Then when you're kind of, you're not one, what you call? We let development business. So when we get you our piece of land, you don't want to develop it. That development, it doesn't matter whether we personally want to develop it. The idea is when we get you our property, go and develop it. We like that one business. So you must just know how to develop our property. Hey, you don't develop it. We will kind of take it from you and give it to somebody who is able to develop it. Simple. The one will sell it later to you, say we will sell it play to you, buy it quick. You must post something there quick. And the order we can get you, why we get you deal, we get you whatever. We can tell you say post something there quick. Because that development will prevail. Development will prevail. So what the other president will tell you say, you know what, we'll put you somewhere else. Now how we get up. I beg you, yeah. The kind of name that you get, who are the strategic people? We are the fulcrum of this country. We are the fulcrum of this country. You will continue to always subscribe to the Bassa people. We are very fantastic people. I like us for that. So I tell you what, you're gonna be sitting there and be passing here, right? Yeah, you will get that for you. We'll deal with you. And any kind of way you put it here and there, we are the most civilized people. You check the villages and places we are. Queensville, you go to the other Ville, here and there. We are the most civilized people in this country. Because we were cooking and speaking the English at that time. Because the English they used to speak to us, we were responsible for that one. The crew people know. When you hear they say crewmen like boat business. Because you see, Bassa people and crew people, they get something in common. They are knowledgeable about education. But the Bassa people are more similar because the reason we are more like that is that the full business, you know, when you put in something in somebody's stomach, it's very much what they call. So they used to be very careful with us here and there. But the crew people, we and them were on the ship. They probably were mechanic people. We were one with the cheap cook. Then when they get ready, they would take both business, they put it in their hay, they passing around. Because all the mechanical thing there, they get technical names that they were calling it. So the technical name that they want, the crew people were taking down. So the one you see crewmen here, that's also boat inside. When you hear boat from their mouth, because all those things that they used to be talking, when they tell you say go for the other thing, they shaka shewa. When you hear crewmen, shaka, go for the other thing, yeah, and the crew people used to capture that. So they took all the big boat business from these settlers and brought it and just dump it on us. So they used to be using people like oil and oil. But what oil and oil is, we and then we never went into slavery. Yeah, so that we are not going to slavery, so we finish with that thing there. Why are like you that the time they were collecting the other tribe then? They used to borrow your or they carry your. We don't want you to be cooking the food for you to be eating it while they carry you. And we used to also cook for the real people too. So we are powerful people. You can do anything to all. You can't do nothing to all. Very good. Isaac Jackson is going to join us tonight, and right here. But you can be playing your catch giveaway the Wednesday's edition, and today is Wednesday, it's midweek. So we're going to be giving up as many as you can, and multiple times you can play on your own. *799 *24#. You will get everything there. And look at other men say, easy profiling, like you can talk about gribble people and what they call. Who get time for that thing you're talking there? See that? You can challenge it. You global people, you get any view in your place. Now Chinebo, I know Chinebo Webo, I know Chine. What kind of dinner you get there? Say what time that dinner you can get? I know Tenway or what kind of Chinebo or some kind of dinner you get there. You're that place in Wajapo. People are all you can hear all the views. We are the views. The views then we are dealing with here. We're not dealing with and Samuel King and can't call coin. Or canteen coin. That coin, king coin. You don't hear people part of the kind of thing. You know, we don't want to deal with the Vales, Charlesville, Broadville, all the Ville you see there, so that we don't want operating no errors. That the places where that's why you see we're strategic. The Bassa people, there are two tribes that did not go into slavery because they had strategic positions on the ship. They were the Bassa people and that of the crew people. The crew people took the settlers big English business, and we took most of their properties and things. That's why the Bassa people get plenty land. We took enough because we were cooking for the man. You know, when you go for the man, you go for the white man or the settler, and then they can tell you, say, we're not giving you problem. That other land, you can take it. You can take it. That food business, we catch them all. We took all the land there and we managed it. Yeah. When you came back from slavery now, they all done by now. We're finished collecting all the land now. They all needed to come back from us now. Isaac Jackson is on here tonight. Isaac, how's everything with you? It's great joining us tonight again, right here on this very dial. Let me put it on screen. Here is Isaac Jackson. There he sits. And of course, with his compound eyes.
Yeah, brother, how are you? I gotta be walking. Yeah, I gotta be walking, my man, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey,
Yeah.
Boston, are we about to start? Not bad, I'm good.
Yeah, great to have you on again tonight. Yeah.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Are we about to start? Let me say good afternoon, absolutely, to the people following the broadcast.
I know, certainly. Great to join us tonight. And of course, we are very excited having you on board tonight. Yeah, and we thought to have done it this way, and it's good.
Yeah, mama. I got to reposition myself because I thought you were started in the
No,
next.
I just wanted for the people to see your face so that they will know that the professor is coming to class. Relax yourself.
Absolutely.
Ah.
It will be my pleasure.
Yeah, so let me give you a little history about us. Let me give you a little history about us while you are getting prepared. When you come, I will put you back on.
But you're doing well with the history. Yeah. So if you're about to start, maybe in the next 15-20 minutes, I should be, my boss needed to where I work will be leaving, then I can,
No problem. I just wanted for them to know that you're coming on. That's why
at this stage, I can just be at the backstage and then come in after you.
Yeah,
no problem. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Let me get on.
Okay, brother. Thank you very kindly.
All right. So Isaac Jackson will join us. You see, this small history that I can be giving you in a class here. It's good for you to take it. Man, CC, then you see how everybody can talk. They're not part of the put that man, CC, then man, CC, they are agreeable people. Now, you see, while we can be talking, somebody thing you can be what they go here and there, blah, 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 all the kind of thing. We don't joke. This small history that you know, boy, so that you can know. All right, so this right here on this very time, and we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible, and I'm very excited always talking to you people. This is my passion, and if you take this away from me, you take away my life, because I feel so passionate interacting with you people, and that's what God sent people like us for, to really interact with you, and that's why it is. We'll do more research. Yeah, we because the Bassa people, we get another group, right? The river says, you see that whole Bassa belt there, that is sophisticated belt of this country. You can play with that Magibi, Grand Bassa, river says, all the way that is belt there. Those are sophisticated people in this country. Very, very sophisticated. You may overlook them, but they are very sophisticated. Don't take them for granted. Powerful people. So that's why it is. We are getting there. But with God, all things are possible. My people, let me tell you something in this country. We are about to get to class tonight and have some lectures with Anthony Isaac Jackson. And he will be joining us tonight right here on this very day. And you just listened just about him. And so that we can go on. And I think it will be a bit slight and a moment for me. We may drive it up to 10, 15 or 30, something like that. But it's good that we'll join him, because in the next 15 minutes we'll be doing that. But keep playing the cash giveaway. And of course, go out there. The Liberty Fortune guys, they are striving everything. And you get fabulous prices, and you will get it in places nationwide. They are fighting for that. You can go there and get your scratch card, and then you scratch it, and then you win something on it. If you don't win, and of course the try again is there. That try again is to enter the draw for Saturday's 1,000 United States dollars. The others have got it. Now they could revisit that and see to it that they have more winners on just that day and so forth. Those are things that they are considering. But keep playing your stuff, and we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. Oh, the same Chelsea leading 3, Real Betis 1. We are powerful people. All right, thank you so much. My you're the possible you get beat off. But we'll get up for that. And whether I like it or not, someone can tell me, say they want to challenge me that will not let development business. Okay. When we get you land, don't develop it. When we take it from you, we'll give it to the person who will develop it, so that we'll be proud that our property that Bassa men can be passing around and counting their property. They say, you see that house that down there, that skyscraper that down there. That all they want use to get that land, I give it to them. You see how you make it decent. That kind of radical one. So if you can't try you don't want to get us credit. We just want credit on your decent structure. That's what we are interested in. Not the money. We don't even get your land free. But we just want for you to develop it, so that we'll take credit and say, oh yeah, they are one land here that you produce our skyscraper. That what we can be talking there. All right, so we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. We'll get there. Someone is telling me to check out my friend and brother Julia Jess page. And, All right, so we'll certainly get there, and so that is it. Yeah. So on something, yeah, Isaac, I got that part. We'll start up with it. Thank you so much. And we think for sure with God, all things are possible. So Isaac Jackson is going to join us tonight, and we are getting there. And so so I think for sure we are getting there. And you lie. Look at the other man. You can't talk about Bassa and what they call them suffer from the slave matter because I don't want to go that lie. You know what they call it. Huh? Oh God, yeah. Anyway, we thank God, and Crown Stopper is very proud to be associated with the show, and we are very proud of our continuous partnership with Crown Stopper, and we are very excited for tonight. And Crown Stopper is always with us, and we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. So the General Auditing Commission has audited the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. If you follow why in the General Auditing Commission report is too damaging for the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. You never know, but we'll certainly get there. I knew about it. I will check the website. I have that already downloaded, and then we have it. The GSC has done an audit report, and it's too damaging for the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. Where my sister Colonel Craig Cooper is in hot water. I don't know, but on Joseph Waga when people do bad things, what kind of hot water they will be? They will be rescue water. But we'll detail that on tomorrow by the grace of God. Right? We'll detail that on tomorrow by the grace of God. So let's leave it like that, and then we will certainly get there no matter what the circumstances are. All right, so that is it, and we are, and with God, all things are possible. Let me come play something very funny that you will listen to. Very, very funny, and you will listen to it. You know why? You listen to this, and this thing will set the basis. That is what our country is all about. That is how funny it is. This is how terrible the country governance system has become. Everyone else who opened their mouth to speak in this government, I don't know whether something can enter in them for them to just put it outside. But they never talk anything really, really sound. You can listen to our speaker, Vichekun, our corrupt, crooked speaker. Now, self-imposed on the Liberian people speaker, I will still call it that way. This is him. He never disappoints. So he goes in West Point area, I don't know, Nikru Town, West Point somewhere, and he says this to the people. You listen to this one. All the line, they were lying on Fonanti. How Fonanti born hustle. How Fonanti born a capital building. How they grab the young men and they put them in jail. And the young men stay in jail for nothing. There is nothing. They grab the capital building, they burn it. Joseph Boaka and that of Rachel Kun. They got ready, they did it, they destroyed this country for 6 months. Only for them to come say foolish sorry. Listen to the sorry that the guy is passing around with, and people supposed to accept it. That is how people think you people are fools. You listen to this, man.
Let me just first of all apologize to you for the tension we've created, the few times especially, almost creating embarrassment for this country.
For the tension we created, they created the tension. Now, there's a speaker, there's your Rachel Nangwekun speaking. He said, sorry, and we apologize for the tension we created, meaning whatever was happening in this country, all the tension here and there, now you know that it was created by the Unity Party, and we told you. He said, we are sorry for the tension we created, the Unity Party created. And why did they create the tension? Let's have a listen. Just take a listen.
To you for the tension we've created, the few times especially, almost creating embarrassment for this country. As it relates to the speaker, the embarrassment we created to the government, that got everybody confused, we want to apologize. But let me tell you why it happened. There is always a reason for these things.
So you see, this man is now telling the civil society who were closing their mouths, sorry to say, it may sound harsh to you people, okay, who said nothing. They saw no wrong. This time this man comes back to defeat you people. The scene where the man silenced the Liberian National Bar Association by insulting us in the face and say our approach towards the Supreme Court was wrong. They were wrong, but rather we decided to wrong the Supreme Court. And we decided to side with the politicians. In the end, they dumped the Liberian National Bar Association when they said that we'll go into the elections and follow the law. At the end of it, they wore t-shirts holding the law that the Supreme Court quoted, thus defeating the Liberian National Bar Association. Today, this man passes around in the communities and defeating these people who chose to be silent when we were speaking. They insulted us that we were XYZ. This man is acknowledging what we said, that they created unnecessary tension in this country and they broke all of the laws in this country. He has come back to apologize. This is something that you all should know, that we are keeping on record, and Kunen will pay for it. All that money that Kun ate, the time he was a legitimate speaker, he will pay for it. All the money that the committee people ate, thank God he has acknowledged it. And that does not mean we're going to waive it. He has acknowledged it. Look, these people said nothing. The civil society, the church, they all said nothing. Yeah, the politician here now admitting to it and say we're sorry. We created this tension. And look at the reason they created it for. You see where you see the civil society actors, you see you people tends to stand as being the only civil society actor that had a voice in these things when they were ongoing. Right?
There's a common practice at the House of Representatives.
He said there's a common practice at the House of Representatives. Listen to him. It is not common practice according to our constitution. It is not common practice as per the law controlling at the House of Representatives. It is not a law there. He said it's just a common practice. Listen to this.
In the entire legislature, whenever you go through the first round of election, we await the second round to determine the speaker. In the issues of consensus, we await the second round to determine the speaker. We believe that whenever a speaker is from the party of the government, it makes our work easier. There will be not too much confrontation. The tension we create on this few days imitated from the whatever I call it, who fair that tradition to be changed. If you remember in the 54, what was Chimbo, but then the speaker, everybody have one member, the CDC did. But the fact that Bobo Chimbo was a seditious, and moreover, his party won the president.
So look at the kind of trash that coming from this man's mouth. For him, you're sorry. I told you I would give respect to Judiciary. Richard Kuhn, look at the kind of trash that coming from his mouth. This is the trash that coming from Richard Kuhn's mouth. Complete nonsense. Sorry for that. I'm not even saying sorry to him for that, but just for people hearing that. That's why I'm telling the sorry. Sorry for hearing such word from people. This is trash. Listen, that means all the lies they had on Fonati. How Fonati did this? They came up with resolution and all. They put in their counts against Fonati and lying on him. So only for you to come with a simple thing that why you couldn't, then you dare putting lies on people like they are still doing today. When they want to take you up, they put lies on you. When anything they want to do to you, they put lies on you. When they get ready, they know the other crime, they put it on you. So you see, the Unity Party has been hunting people out there looking for lies on them. Even the 10 positions. When they want to remove from a 10 position, they put lies on you. They want to take it from the other place, they put lies on you. They see where they have put lies on Erin Snow now because they want to take it from ECOWAS. They now look, what kind of thing? You see the kind of thing that went on now? He said they created it. Should I even continue to play the trash that coming from the useless man mouth? Idiot like this, academic fool like this, that kind of human being one can listen to. Listen, that guy is very crazy. For you to be educated and talking trash from your mouth like somebody who just came from the street, it tells for us to check deep down to know his level of education as to whether the school passed through him or he passed through the school. I don't think the school passed through him, because when the school passes through you, there will be mark of that school. But if you pass through the school, anything that comes from inside you that's so trash, that's just who he is. This man can never be a speaker. He has never been sound enough in his approach and everything. The man got up one day and said, regime speaker. He went from community to community and telling people, say, oh, that's any tradition we get down there. That is XYZ. What is the essence? This is complete craziness. That man is crazy. He's half crazy. You see the man putting billboard all over. You ever saw where is gosh this country? Let's have a listen, please. Some of you students want to listen to me.
His Excellency, the former President George Biden, we decided to give the right to Buffer's chamber. There was no contention. Normally, the president takes the speaker and the deputy falls in opposition to balance the house. But under our regime, the 55th legislature, there were people who felt was smarter than us in terms of following the tradition. After we won the election, our president was waiting for the second round. Fortunately for our Unity Party emerged victorious. We called for a meeting and we told our fellow lawmakers. And this time around, the seat is for Unity Party. They said no way. It can't happen. Because I can't believe more than you. I know more than you. I'm more sophisticated more than you. It can't happen. We forced to take the seat. It was on that basis that when we won the election, we lost our far vote. I'd like to tell you this because I apologize for the tension created by us. But moreover, there was a reason. It was on that basis that we felt if our government will have an opposition speaker, it will suppress the success of the referendum. I'll be honest with you, no matter how you feel. It was on that basis that today.
Like the sound people you're getting in the country. And one of them there. The United Party people who used to be causing CDC people. That the sound thing are coming from the mob of your sound people that in there. The United Party people, the moment you say you were CDC, they say, oh, you stupid man, you fool, you this, that. Like your educated people then they hear so. They see where thing then that can come from Joseph Walker mouth can be very much distorted. And you can't even know whether somebody who spent 42 that the same thing coming from. So you see how United Party people, how you expose yourself? That you're clever people there hear so. You seen it? So these people created unnecessary tensions on the falsehood. They burned down the capital on falsehood. He said, we created it. It was created by us and for a reason. Have you seen it? Are you posting it? We created it. He's a blatant liar. That tradition is just a foolish thing that coming from your mouth. Our democracy does not call for that. So when that tradition started, you say, oh yeah, me a tradition, that and blah, blah, blah. What? Where were you when we were moving somebody else and of course, Talo then and of course putting Emmanuel Nukwe? The president may have interest. That interest can come from anywhere. Then you talk about Bobo Chimos. CDC had the numbers. That's why they produced Bobo Chimos. It was consensus. They go on election. You already have numbers. A Thomas father had not deflected from the CDC. You think you are coming to get speaker? It is the election result that determines the speakership. You have more legislative seats that you determine the speakership. The how the CDC got that speakership when we get to the election. How many percent United Party have following the 2023 elections? The CDC have more legislators. And the only way you could succeed is to make sure to use a CDC stalwart in Thomas Fowler to break down that wing. That's why you are to where you are. It has always been the basis of the United Party. And also, let me say, the speakership has always been determined by the strength, the political strength of the opposition. And the CDC had never thought it that way to obstruct. The CDC had never. George Weah had always produced more lawmakers in this country. Did George Weah obstruct Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in getting speakership? No. But at the legislature, who cares? Do these people care about national policy or so forth? Then you can say that and can talk about tradition or this, that, here and there. By the way, with God, all things are possible. We soon join Isaac Jackson because right here, but that's your Richard Kuhn there who's saying the kind of thing he's saying here. They lie on Kofa. You were insulting us here, right? Hey, they ain't gonna go. They don't let it contrary. They're lying too much. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's what you used to be saying, right? Yeah. You will get it every night. Look at the civil society. You are ashamed of yourself now. You are very, very, very. You'll be ashamed of yourself. And I'm even sorry for our bar, the Liberian National Bar Association. We're too quick to call. We're supposed to leave it. The Supreme Court played an excellent role. The Supreme Court said this issue you will settle it your way. But the law says, if the other person not get it, they can't operate like this. If you not get this, you can move the other person. The Supreme Court play excellent role in that thing. You want the Supreme Court to change it because budget have been passed. They will change the law because of one budget passed. You want the Supreme Court to circumvent our law because of money? No. They left it like that and put it on their lap. Did they not do it? The very thing the Supreme Court said in its opinion is what they did. You got to use political. When the Supreme Court said you do it politically, that was what the Supreme Court meant. If you can convince Kofa to resign, it's up to you. Because Kofa cannot operate if he doesn't have the numbers. You, no matter what it is, you are not the speaker because Kofa is still there. You can even be in your thousands. It doesn't still make you the speaker. What was in there that was wrong for which the Liberian National Bar Association had to pull more? Denigrate the court at that time. You see what has happened now? The Bar Association, you're listening to Kun, you hear what he said? They created tension. So you wanted the Supreme Court to yield to a tension created by politicians in the country. The Supreme Court is supposed to yield to that. Is that what the Bar wanted? Is that what the civil society wanted? Those of you who are rendering useless opinions around here against the Supreme Court, now you have seen the politicians dumping you people. You see what's happening now? Is that what you wanted? There's men, they will create, the politicians should denigrate the justice system and will buy into their tricks. Now you see what they are saying there? All the things that they were carrying down there, where they say they were going to the Supreme Court, Vani Shema representing them with all kind of fake counts and resolutions, everything was frivolous. And were never ever justiciable. That's why you see they always struggle. They never wanted Fonati to sit down for them to bring nothing up, because there was nothing to bring in from Fonati. They never had anything against Fonati. So they said, if we go sit down one day under Fonati and Fonati set up a committee to investigate himself, we will not find anything against Fonati. So all we know is we can never ever sit down under Fonati. And Kun, let me just remind you, CDC had the numbers. So it was easy for Fonati to produce the speakership. CDC had more numbers. CDC had a huge block there. That block, you people use Thomas Fowler to damage that block. So don't sit and say, oh, a tradition or this, that, here and there. But anyway, that's life. Thank God these things have been exposed and people like us, we are vindicated. We haven't gone far, but we are vindicated today. Let me tell you something. It takes courage. It takes courage for a man to stand up and put himself at a place where he can either take credit or take blame. It takes courage. And what people like us we have taken, we have decided to put ourselves at an extraordinary level where we are either accepting to take blame or we take credit. And at the kind of extra level we have reached. Anything that happen in the country, they will say, oh, that AB then. And when a good thing happen, they will say that AB then. No, that kind of thing. The change that we are looking for. If bad thing were to happen, we are to come to power. Who then you will blame? We have put ourselves at a place where you will blame us. And you see Spoon there today. What are people saying? That your Spoon, that your fool us. That the place they put themselves. And it takes courage to do that. It takes God for people to be extraordinary to say, look, we'll put ourselves in front as the voice. That what some of you civil society people not able to do. We're not saying be like AB there. For me, I guess it's clear. And I hear to come praise Joseph Parker a group. They will go look for people to pay to go praise them. I mean, I'm not in that. But that is the fact. Isaac Jackson is about to join us. And we think with God, all things are possible. So Isaac, are you set now? Yeah. So Isaac is about to join us. Yeah. So we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. So we're going to have Isaac just in a jiffy. All right, so we are getting there. Yeah, I just want to tell you, keep playing your game. You get your late money there. Why we'll be doing the draws in the back while Isaac is lecturing us. Yeah, so Isaac Jackson will be lecturing us while we are doing that. Yeah. So so as soon as Isaac comes on, yeah, like he did, yeah, we'll certainly move on. And God, this country, the important country. Hey, the country, we are getting there, yeah. And okay, so Isaac and I we can go on, and we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Yeah, so we can get on now. All right, so Crown Stopper is proud, and Crown Stopper is part of this show. Hey, the old man is up tonight. I can see it. I can feel your presence. You are watching. I am seeing you watching us clearly. The old man, yeah, we are getting there. With God, all things are possible. You know, people, all our heads will be up very high every time. Because the United Party people, they know how to make us proud. Now, one thing I know about them, they know how to make us proud. All the country money they stole and gave to those men, it was just attention created by them. According to Richard Nangweku, we created a tension. Why? Because they get some kind of tradition that they say they want to welcome with. Isaac, we are waiting for you in class. Here we are, and waiting for you. So you can now join the class or rejoin the class. But we are certainly getting there, and with God, and we are certainly getting there. Let me play Reggie Kunya, listen to the whole thing, then we can join Isaac Jackson.
Let me just first of all apologize to you for the tension we've created a few times, especially almost creating embarrassment for this country. As it relates to the speaker, the embarrassment we created to the government that got everybody confused, we want to apologize. But let me tell you why it happened. There is always a reason for these things. There's some common practice and the House of Representatives, even the entire legislature. Whenever you go through the first round of election, we await the second round to determine the speaker. In the issues of consensus, we await the second round to determine the speaker. We believe that whenever a speaker is from the party of the government, it makes our work easier. There will be not too much confrontation. The tension we created this few days emanated from the what I call it unfair that tradition to be changed. They remember in the 54th, what was Chimo, but then the speaker. They never have one member, the CDC day. But the fact that Baba Chimo was a seditious, and moreover his party won the presidency, His Excellency former President George Manuel, we decided to give the right to Buffer's Chimo. There was no contention. Normally the president takes the speaker and the deputy falls in the opposition to balance the house. But under our regime, the 55th legislature, there were people who felt were smarter than us in terms of following the tradition. After we won the election, our president was waiting for the second round. Fortunately for our United Party emergentorials, we called for a meeting and we told our fellow lawmakers. And this time around, the seat is for United Party. They said, no way. It can't happen. You guys get money more than you. I don't vote more than you. I'm not sophisticated more than you. It can't happen. We forced to take the seat. It was on that basis that when we won the election, we lost our farm vote. I'd like to tell you this because I apologize for the tension created by us.
Okay, yeah, let me apologize for the tension created by us. So now you know who then burned the Capitol building. So the police needs to call the speaker to ask them who burned the Capitol building, because Rachel Kuhn has stated that they created tension, and that tension led to the burning of the Capitol building. Who was more desperate? Who had motive? They had motive. They needed to do everything. So now it's clear, and the police is now aware. They listen to Rachel Kuhn, that Rachel Kuhn said they created tension so that they will remove Kofa. Meaning, Kofa did not do anything. They created all the tension. They burned the Capitol building to exacerbate the tension. They did everything. And that's why it is. Isaac W. Jackson has just joined us. And with God above all, we are here tonight to prevail together. Let me say hands up to you, Tony, Allah, and Isaac W. Jackson. How's everything with you, boss?
Well, I'm doing very well, brother. It's a pleasure having me. Thank you very much for having me. I want to applaud the listening audience for following us. We thank you. I'm very pleased to be on the show this evening. I'm passionate about our country. Every time I'm invited to say something, I do my best. I avail myself to say something positive about Liberia. So yes, I'm glad to be here.
Okay. We have specific issues that we will be talking about, but just in passing. In fact, in law, we call that one arbiter de ton, and saying that in passing. But anyway, I know you had a chance to listen to the speaker's confession that they created tension because it's a tradition that the speaker should always come from the ruling party. And he said they created tension. And he's now apologizing to the Liberian people. And that tension led to the burning of the Capitol building. Those statements coming from him are self-indicting. What say ye about the speaker's latest position after he has assumed the speakership in that form and manner?
If Mr. Bassa was not complicit in the criminal conduct of the speaker, but now the speaker should be accounting for the trouble they visited upon the country. This thing that lasted for almost 6 months did not help anybody. It is not just enough for the man to make a passing comment about, oh yeah, we're sorry for creating tension. The tension you created made the president position to be impeachable.
Okay.
It was not just, let's say, oh, that tension you created, brother. You created a tension and undermined substantially the position of the president. Let's say this, God. When I was last on your show, I announced that Mr. Kun took some money for the past 6 months on false pretenses.
Sure.
And it would be one of our demands that Mr. Kun restitute, reform that money. But beyond that, if you apply the law by its letter, this government should be finished. There's no legal reason why Mr. Bassa should continue to be president of the republic. No legal reason. There can be no legal justification for this. Mr. Bassa's position is untenable. He cannot continue to preside as president for the republic. Let me give you one simple reason. Mr. Kun, he resigned as majority bloc leader, right? Meaning all along, he was not the speaker de jure. He was not the speaker in law. He was illegitimate and just impersonating. All right?
Yeah.
Article 58 of the Liberian Constitution requires, you can read it for the people, right? It requires for the president, it's a mandate that the president of the republic should deliver an annual message the 4th working Monday in January, right?
Yeah.
And who should be presiding in that place? That person who should be the presiding officer should be the speaker. In the instant case, the annual message delivered by Mr. Bassa was presided over by who? The obvious answer was Mr. Kun. The constitutional code of the republic said the man who should be in that place should be what? Kofa. Alone Kofa was intern, he needed to preserve. That is the Supreme Court's opinion, which is a law.
Yeah.
But Kofa did not preserve. So that gathering, considering that Kofa did not preserve and he was intern, that gathering was what? Ultra-virus. It was outside of the law. Which, when you extend, meaning the president did not deliver the annual message as provided for in Article 58. And if he did not deliver the annual message, that conduct was what? Violative of the Constitution. And when the president who took an oath to uphold, protect the Constitution is violated of the Constitution, what the law says, they say we must impeach him. Now, the people who are in the legislature who are supposed to start the impeachment proceeding don't have the span, because the guy who now is the speaker is the president Pudo. He's one of the stooges that the president got. So he can't impeach the president, right? But it does not absolve the president of the culpability. It stopped the president from being blameworthy. Culpability of people. When I say, we're not blaming the president for the constitutional violation because I couldn't cause it. Even though couldn't passing around the sidewalk, sorry. No. When you violate law, there are penalties, there are consequences. You can't violate law, just say, sorry, you know me, I said that. No. So his violation of the law, the coup he orchestrated, and Bwaka Fanas led Bwaka into violating Article 58 of the Constitution. And when Bwaka, the law said when Bwaka violated the Constitution as he did, he should go. He can't continue to be president. He is what? OATH. He is off-bound, B-O-U-N-D. He's off-bound to uphold the Constitution, to protect the Constitution. He's supposed to deliver the State of the Nation address to the speaker elected by our people. And that elected speaker, by the Supreme Court's opinion and by the conduct of Mr. Kun, was Kofa. Kofa was not in Nigeria, was illegal. So, meaning, Bwaka did not deliver the annual message legally. And what is not done legally is what? It's not done at all. So, brother, there are too many constitutional violations that Mr. Bwaka has engaged in. Myriad of constitutional violations. He can't continue to preside as president of the republic. And sometimes, I ask myself, why are we so passive about this? My friend is now with he's one of the ombudsmen, so I don't like to bring him in this public discussion. But normally he will quote me because that's something I say every time, like a refrain. I say, if the law is like any paper, if we are not wedded to the law, then the law is useless. What gave the law strength is our marriage to the law, our respect for the law. Right. America is great because they respect their laws. Every day when the law whenever the law causes any inconvenience, we throw it in the cash. There is no law. Margaret Thatcher said the inconvenience that the law will cause us is what will strengthen the governance of the state. So she said the first duty of every civilized government is to uphold the law. Mr. Bwaka has shown ample evidence that he is averse. He respects law. If the president is the first to violate the law, if he's the first to treat the law with contempt, what Liberia are we talking about today? Some of our friends who in the same advocacy, they try to stay, we criticize it. We are, and when the registration listen, somebody criticize it, we are saying, brother, you still criticizing? We are there by relaxing now. Mr. Bwaka is on the stage and effectively polluting the body politics. You're not concerned? He is bastardizing our cherished values. And you're not concerned. You still behind we are? We are on a substitute bench, brother. Let's pay attention to what the man doing. Look, democracy is not functional when the executive controls the legislature, as the instant case suggests. Can anybody argue intelligently that Kun, who have professed or pronounced himself to be a redeemed speaker, will hold Mr. Bwaka accountable for wrong conduct? What is democracy when we can't hold the executive accountable to ask difficult questions? Why are you doing this? Mr. President, the law gave you the right to do this. If we are not at that place, Liberia is not a functional democracy. It's not. It's not a functional democracy. That's why it is important for our people to stand up in great number on July 17th to say enough is enough. We will not take this. We will not take this. Brother, what Bwaka had done is a systemic betrayal of almost everybody who voted for him. Systemic. What Bassa promised, I mean, it will be conversational, but the way you started, so when Bassa was wanting to be president, did he not promise us that he was going to fight corruption? Did he not say that?
Mm-hmm.
Is he really, by the evidence before us, is he really fighting corruption? In fact, when Bassa started as a way of showing to all of us that he was not interested in the fight against corruption, what did he do? People who were deemed to be corrupt, dismissed by the Selly administration, Bassa brought them back in the government. That's the first time he showed to all of us that he was not serious, he was not interested in fighting corruption. For example, he brought Bawa, not to Japa, right? Not to Japa was disgracefully dismissed, asked to resign by Madam Selly. He said, we gave him money to bring corrupt work, to change the water system all over the place. They bought the money, they organized rubbish. So Ellen asked Japa to resign. And Ellen issued a press release. Japa is a disgrace. Not to Japa. What did Bassa do? Bassa brought not to Japa back in the government. And not to Japa, he not disappointed. Why he did again? He did something disgraceful. And Bassa today, he said he suspended man. And one of the terrible things that Bassa keep doing, which is, it doesn't speak to a resolve to fight corruption. He just suspend people and don't follow up any action. When you suspend people for corruption, there got to be possible prosecution and there got to be restitution. Then you say, oh, they may see you to fight corruption. But how will Bassa even fight corruption when he himself is dangerously corrupt? Bassa is dangerously corrupt. Every time the president showed the lack of transparency, it means he hiding something. If the government is operating, I don't know who said this, but I think it was a British politician, right? He said the sun is the most effective, disinfecting. Let's put everything under the sun. He put everything under the sun, the sun will clear. Let be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
The other night they're doing something because of what? They say, oh, we're building houses. Today, Bassa building, some people put the cost at 5 million, some people put it at $1 million. Of course, in fair, it's a retirement home. It started in secrecy. Why is it started in secrecy? It started in secrecy because Bassa in him, he knows that it is wicked for him to be building $1 million retirement home for himself while the World Bank, every time Gafan go, he put it, Gafan is coming across as a pantomime character. He sounded, World Bank, the World Bank later report what it says about Liberia. It said Liberia is among the 10 poorest countries in the world. 10 poorest, and Liberia is 8th place. If your country is that poor, and your president, who took oath, who promised you that he was going to do better than we are, he now riding a car that costs close to about $1 million. People say, every time I say the car $1 million, I say, oh no, that $1 million. I say, okay, what a real number? But just leave that number being it. Hey, comrade. If you don't want us to speculate, be transparent with us.
Yes, yesterday his travel from here, he upgraded his private jet from just ordinary to a Gulfstream brand.
So just one of the show, I said Bassa conduct is demonic. And I said, oh, why are you demonic? I said, but demonic is a metaphor for being wicked. Oh, it's a euphemism for being wicked. The man is demonic. But man, how can you preside over a country where 2.3 million of the people go to bed hungry? And not from me. It's from the what? The Global Hunger Index. If the Global Hunger Index, it classifies Liberia as what? Level of hunger to be what? Serious. It said 2.3 million of our people go to bed on empty stomach. You presiding as president in that kind of country. And you in absolute opulence and luxury. I mean, you are a heartless man, right? I mean, you don't care for the people.
You're right.
Even Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who is a respected global actor, never venture into the kind of opulence that Bassa ventured into. Never. Even George Weah, who made his own money on the purchase of PSG and other international soccer team, never indulge in the extreme opulence that Bassa is indulging in. Why can we not be honest? You still be better leave George alone. Now you keep that conversation. You know, in basketball, they say you gotta deal with what the defense give you. What we got on hand now is what we got to deal with. We have a president who doesn't respect the opinion of the Supreme Court. If anywhere around the world, when the president equates himself to and above the law, he's autocratic. He's an authoritarian leader. Democracy say what? The rule of law is supreme. Even the government is not above the law. It's a genuine and functioning democracy. But when Supreme Court rule, Bassa says, I'm not interested. I go and do my different thing. He doesn't respect his own Supreme Court.
Right.
So I'm saying this so Liberian people can understand where we are, where the country is, and why it's important for us to stand up. Since Bassa took power, I just talked about a horse. He said a horse in your hometown for you. He paid another one, big one again in how you call the place? Bribery. Why has he built for poor Liberian people? Matter of fact, he's breaking people's homes down. Is it not true that Bassa breaking people's homes down? My friend Molu Jack is you privately said, Mama, you're breaking the people's homes down. The thing you're doing not correct. Bassa ain't your hand. Which law is he enforcing when he himself can't respect the Supreme Court opinion? He's breaking people's homes down. He's spreading hard shit. Well, Bassa, you see how these people, Bassa is an 80-year-old artist. That is the word that best describes the current president of Liberia. 80-year-old artist. Why do we say this? When you, upon taking power, criticize the need to fly private jet, you on record, Mr. Bassa, the private jet not correct. President, we have an private jet. If you deceive the people into believing that private jet not good and a dream money for the national cover, and suddenly when you take power, you upgrade to a super private jet. Then how can we describe it? Then in an 80-year-old con artist? It's an 80-year-old con artist who con our people into believing that private jet was bad. But he had upgraded to a super private jet. He's upgraded to a super luxury Lester Jeep. And poor people still poor. And not that they're just poor, but nothing is being done to improve their standard of living. God said, if you get human being here, will you not be crying for Liberian people and asking them to stand up for themselves and stand up for their rights? That's what we are doing. That's what we're calling on Liberian people to do. Stand up for your right. If you can't stand up for your right, brother, this thing will continue. You know, one of these guys, one of Great Britain, very respected leaders, they call him Winston Churchill. When they started the conflict with Germany, you know, I call Hitler were all over the place trying to take. One of the speeches the guy gave, the guy said, "What?" Chamberlain was the other guy, right? He got up the prime minister. He said, "Chamberlain, what are you doing? You're trying to appease Adolf Hitler?" He said, "You're wasting time." He said, what the guy is giving us is the first sip of a foretaste of a bitter cup that will be served to us from time to time if we don't stand against him. Churchill, the thing Bassa doing is the first sip. They're giving you the first sip of a foretaste of a bitter cup. This bitter cup, Bassa will serve it to us for the next 6 years without standing up to tell you enough is enough. Today, Bassa and his son and few of his government officials are lining their pockets on an industrial scale. Bassa and few of his officials, including his son, they're filling their pockets on an industrial scale. They're stealing, and those stealing will go rid of the faction. In Liberian people, you're sitting down. You can't tell Bassa enough is enough. Bassa's son, he get share. I think he got more alliance share in most of the company now in Liberia. His son Jojo, and the man went to a poor school here, Australia. That school they don't want to. You can grab from him. He's like, he fell down. At the school he went to, Australia, Ivy League school. The boy who went to, my friend says, you stay behind jobs. Bwaka is a millionaire now. He and his son a millionaire. What did they give you? Did you think they're gonna make you a millionaire? If you president, even though they're drowning the country? I said, what are we doing? Now is the time to deal with what we got before us. Bwaka and his son milking the country on an industrial scale. And we gotta say enough is enough. So, brother, Bwaka, so the first thing where he said, oh, we fight corruption, he's not interested. Yeah, super jet you've shown it. The super jet. But beside the super jet, people like look, take for instance this guy, I talk about Notu Japa, right? Who early dismissed. Tonona Vapla. Imagine the legislature asked Tonona Vapla to restitute public money. Today, Bwaga made maritime boat here. People who are themselves suspect that the people who Bwaga say bring in the government, it'll do better. The Liberian people need to stand up. See the level that Bwaga, see the level of comfort. This is a you know. God said, my friend, I don't want to call him name, but my friend, this retiree. Mr. Bwaka, a retiree who could not afford his own hospital bill. My friend camping, raise money all around to make him to get hospital bill. Job we are chipped in. Today, overnight, he's a millionaire. And you still want to go on closing argument talking about why Job are there, why Job do better. Job do it better. Why you also been now? We got Bwaka to deal with. We got to tell our people. That brother who's talking about say openly, you better jump in the front of the enough is enough campaign. And let's tell our people that the man is doing something dangerous. He is not enjoying the wealth of our country. Super luxury. Joe we have flown the plane, right? Because he played football at the highest level. He got the highest award in football. He had his own money. What Bwaka had? A poor retiree could not afford hospital bill. From his own self-confession, he was letting him. He's a millionaire now. How? Isn't that the country resources that he's stealing like this? Do you need a Black Sergeant to tell you that Bwaka is stealing the country resources and using it for his personal pleasure? You understand what God said? This is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. And the Minister of Finance, because he's from Lofa, he just putting the money out there, but Bwaka don't use it anyhow, anyway. This is wrong. So our people, now is your time to stand up and tell Mr. Bwaka, enough is enough. No, we will not take it. That's what you should be doing. We will not take this. You know, there's this guy. He's also a very reputed guy. I need to bring a quotation for our people to pick up on it. You know, Malcolm X. You know what Malcolm X said? He said when people say all power is inherent in the people, he said that power is not in the people's submission. It's not in their obedience. That power is in their refusal. So that's how you have all the revolution in America. Rosa Parks, sorry, brother, I'm not going to wake up on the board for you to come sit down. I will stand my ground. If the people cannot say no, then they have a problem. If they cannot refuse to say no, Mr. President, we can't do this, then they have a problem. Then we have a problem. And it is our responsibility. The Constitution gave us that responsibility. That we must say, no, enough is enough. We can't take this. You know, Winston Churchill, because I quoted him because he's a very respected guy. You know, he's one of the giant of war history and Great Britain, you know, celebrating. You know, Winston Churchill, in one of his speeches, he quoted Alexander the Great to have said that, he said the people of Asia was enslaved. They were enslaved because they did not learn how to pronounce the word no. If you do not learn how to say no, you will be enslaved soon. If Liberian people don't stand up to say, no, Mr. Bwaka, we can't take this. This is a poor country and you alone cannot live in this extreme luxury, then it will be on us. We got to say no. If we don't say no, we're going into slavery. We're going into slavery. We got to say no.
And talking about come to say no, you can see. I don't know what you will say about this that's ongoing now. I think right after the 2017 elections, our one person who was close to one of the political actors at the time, and I had advised that political actor that were you to support Joseph Boakai in the 2017 election and were he to prevail, he will purge all those who supported Ellen Johnson Sirleaf or benefited one way or the other from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We've gone over 6 years after that, 10 years, pretty close to 8, 9, 10 years. We've gone to that now. You can see Joseph Boakai stay carrying on that which I had thought he was going to be, which of course he was unfortunate about. Edwin Snow, Musa Berete is haunted today. All of his contracts he have with his farm, his tank farm, they are taking everything away. Contractors are going away from him. Edwin Snow is the latest target that they have now. These are people who, one way or the other, they have respected Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, supported Ellen Johnson Sirleaf all through these lines. And look at what Boakai is doing now. I'm about to play you a voice from Edwin Snow, who is now crying for his life. Honor Joseph Boakai's administration. He's crying. There is Snow here, and it was just posted by the Liberian.
Today, my security is in the hands of the state. If I die today, I want the Liberian people to know that the Minister of Information issue a statement that has threatened my life, and if I die today or my family is harmed, you should be prepared to answer that question.
You got that, Isaac?
Yeah, question.
My security is in the hands of the state. If I die today, I want the Liberian people to know that the Minister of Information issue a statement that has threatened my life, and if I die today or my family is harmed, you should be prepared to answer that question.
All right. So you got that part. Great.
Yeah, you know, it's a very interesting dance, right? First, let me condemn the government action against Senator Snow. I don't know why the government is taking this route. The government is making a mountain out of a molehill. It's making small things look very big unnecessarily. The government alleged that Snow has said something to the effect that he's wishing the government to fail and blah, blah, blah. And so they put out this strong release threatening him. Let's assume we're all admitting that Snow must have wished the government bad. You think that Snow wishes will come true if the government really doing well? If you are an intellectual, right? There's an intellectual proverb that is popular, right? They say if witches were horses, beggars would ride them. You know what horses? You know who can ride horses? The people who get money. So say if witches were horses, beggars would ride them. He said if witches could come true, you don't have poor people because yesterday I wish for things. So let's assume Snow wish the government bad law. That Snow may wish we made the government to fall in bad law when the government is governing properly, when the government remain respectful of the law, when the government taking care of the welfare of our people. No, so it just bring us back to Boakai's nature, that he is dangerously vindictive. We're talking about Brother Snow today. I mean, Brother Snow is representing Liberia as ECOWAS. There is a principle of law, right? They say he who alleges the fact must prove it. If the government is alleging that Mr. Snow said something, Mr. Snow has denied what they say. Why can't they bring us the receipt? The government got all the resources to its disposal. Boakai Rally, super private jet, post that money down, give it to the security, but then bring the evidence against Brother Snow. Why you can do this? You're going after people because they disagree with you. And one of the reasons why they're trying to hunt Brother Snow down, I'm told he said, because they want to sit at ECOWAS, it may not even be that reason. The other reason could be maybe because, he coming across strong. He ECOWAS, he rubbing shoulder, he making good friends. The other thing that they could have against him is that, a former wife was the Chief Justice who, presided over the opinion against the government. These people are petulant. They are small-minded. Even though Snow and the woman that vote, and the woman is a professional woman doing her professional work, guided by her judgment, her conscience, and the law, and rule against them, they're still imputing things to Brother Snow. So this government is a wicked government. And I always say, look, I was just telling you the statistic from the World Bank. There's no review back, there's no bit. Is it our population? 71.7% of our people languaging in poverty. That's no call that one. You, who president, who's supposed to say, look, I've taken over this country. The poverty is at a demi level. I'm going to develop a coherent program to decisively deal with poverty. You know, see, Bwaga told that. If he in a program to fight poverty, the last time Bwaga wept, he said she was sick, she get headache. Understand? Bwaga wife was sick, she get headache. He flew on to Ghana. One old man was in pain. They couldn't get her to JFK. She delivered right behind the heart and she died. You can fly your way off for headache. People who are in Liberia dealing with health challenges, all the hospital, no serious medicine inside. The protest we are about to organize are coming on the 17th. We are demanding that the maternity ward at JFK be free of charge. All our women in the country who are where the women, the husband are working. So where are they going to get money from? They're not working you home. Every day you engage in the act. The women get pregnant. They got to go to that hospital free. We demanding it. Look, we're not asking Bwaga politely. We will demand our rights. Because it is our right, that one we demand it. JFK will open the maternity ward free of charge for pregnant women in the country. Our sisters, our nieces, our everybody, all the women, all the they will go to that place free. We can't allow Bwaga to be stealing at this level, and we'll be talking around it. So, brother, what they done to Brother Snow is unfortunate. They scapegoating him for no reason. And the thing I see with Brother Snow, let me tell this to Brother Snow. The same mistake that Fonati Kofa made. Snow, Musa, you don't make that mistake. Because I saw the picture Snow posted. Doing it's a record, what do you call it? Unification day, right?
Yeah,
Snow took a turn. Snow took a turn and went to Bwaga and was shaking him with Bwaga. They were unified. Why are you doing that? Bwaga guy, he play, he will stab you in the back. He's unforgiving. Fonati thought he could play some little ball, and blow. Still, Bwaga didn't forgive him. He took the net against him. Snow, you think that these people will forgive you, that Bwaga will forgive you? That he sees you as somebody who, you're Ellen friend, or you supported Ellen against him, or you supported we are against him. If you think he's going to forgive you, it's a dangerous mistake. You got to ask brother Amara Kone. Amara Kone was the guy who organized the war room. Proud, beating his chest. He crying. Oh, we won't open. He crying. He crying tears of joy. Bwaga say, all that thing you're doing, a crocodile tears. I will hold you on the ground. Today, Amara not in the room with them. Why? Because 2017, Amara supported John Weah. Bwaga would have forgave you. If Bwaga can forgive Amara, who tried to repay, come back, get you support, and still kicking you with left foot, that you know, well, Musa, don't try it. Now is the time for us to stand together and tell Bwaga, no, we will not take this. This is our country too. Enough is enough. You will not run us out of this country. This is the time to say, look, it doesn't matter who organized, who staging the protest. Somebody say, oh, no. The revolution can be carried out with anybody face on it. What matter is the support. That revolution game. It matters little who had less, who exercised that courage to say, I will stay here I will challenge Bwaka. We need to complement Moba Molu effort. When Moba telephone me and say, Aze, you got to help me to explain this thing. You think I say, oh no, I'm going to support Moba. No. It's about Liberia. So slow. The little resources you got your power, support the movement. The protest supported. We got to be serious to tell Mr. Bwaka enough is enough. You will not run us out of here because we hold different views. Politics encourage dissent. Look at Brother Janet, Justice Janet. Yeah, displeased with the we have administration. The manner in which they remove him, totally unconscionable. He said, I will endorse with Bwaka. Because Bwaka had grievances against Mandingo people, today he doesn't give Justice Janet that courtesy. He kissed the man with contempt because Bwaka was a member of the Lofa Defense Force. The Lofa Defense Force was organized to push back the Mandingo influence in Lofa. So today, everything Justice Janet did to reach out to Bwaka, he said no. And one of our demands for the protest is for the Liberian government to remain respectful of international laws. All of our brothers and sisters fleeing the military junta, Mr. Bwaka, in blatant violations of the Universal Declarations of Human Rights and the International Human Rights and Refugee Law, has taken some of these people surreptitiously from under the government custody and sent them back to the junta for them to be murdered. We demanding that Mr. Bwaka respect the international laws, that people who are fleeing war or fleeing political persecution, they have right to file political asylum, whether in Liberia or anywhere in the world. They are fleeing political persecution. You can't send them back to where they're running from. We have life to protect. That's international law. Bwaka flagrantly violated international law and took some bloodstained pickup truck for the military junta in Guinea. You really think our brothers and sisters in Gajina, the community, the Mandingo community, they should sit down? You want to sit down still? You can't sit down. That's why I announced publicly that when I come to the country, I will meet with Madam Selly, I will meet with President Weah, and then I will meet with Justice Janet. I feel her pain and the pain of the community he belongs to. We can stand with him. Her people are being treated like dogs. You can't do this to the man. He representing a clan. The clan is in the custody of the government, going through the judicial process. You take the man from there under the cover of darkness and send him to Guinea for them to kill him. You Bwaka, you think blood is not on your hand? Blood, if we can find Ibrahima Sharif, his blood is on Bwaka's hand. That's why I use the Bible the other time, right? You were getting poor.
Oh, yeah.
The Bassa people say you can't invest in wickedness. You can't invest in evil and claim to be saved. You're not saved. If you invest in evil, you invest in wickedness, wickedness will come back to you. Bwaka is investing in wickedness. You pay bribe money. The penal law of Liberia, Section 5, it speaks against bribery. You can't pay bribe. Mr. Bwaka paid bribe money to corrupt lawmaker, to violently uproot Speaker Kofa. You're doing evil, Mr. Bwaka. You're doing evil. And you know what surprised me? One of my friends, who I respect very much, he's a United Party guy. He did a post after Kofa was dethroned, defenestrated. He did a post. United Party is the biggest party in the country. I look at that post and my eyes got teary. This is a guy who came to America, got 2 master's degrees, going back to Liberia, working at the Ministry of Finance, writing such a garbage. He's celebrating, he's dancing over democracy grave. You pay, when you say United Party strong in paying bribe? Is that what you're trying to say to me, brother? You celebrate the United Party for being strong in paying bribe to move a speaker? There's an aphorism that says those who dance on democracy grave will not escape the wrath of the people. Because when you talk about democracy, you talk about the demo, right? D-E-M-O-S, the people.
The people.
How can the United Party pay bribe money to remove a speaker? Even your election law. The election law says no aspirant should pay money to induce voter. And you have your own government pay bribe money to lawmakers, camp them in a hotel So stay there cool. And you will go and read on Facebook, my friend, and say, oh, you're the party. The guy who was talking about knows inside. He's one of the deputy minister of foreign. I will not call him because he's my good friend. He's my brother. But it pains me that my brother will celebrate the death of Liberian democracy. What are you doing? If they say the student good because the student can spy or cheat, or you can pay bribe to pass exam. 6-year-old child in Liberia will tell you the way they move for something happen. They pay money to move the man. Hey, you read on Facebook, you know the party, the stronger party, because you can pay bribe. You want to deceive intelligent people that thing you did was something correct? You want to deceive intelligent people? You celebrating the payment of bribe to remove a speaker? You bastardizing Liberian democracy. When you do this, you reducing the value of our democracy. That's what bastardize mean. You devalue our democracy. You shouldn't be paying bribe to move a speaker. You did that. And my friend, who have 2 masters to his credit, is celebrating. You know what politics do? Politics can make people to suspend. In fact, party politics can make people to suspend their critical faculty. And that was the case with our brother. We celebrating United Party for removing Kufa. How can you do this? You honor my Liberian democracy. When you pay bribe, election law says you can't do it. You can't induce the voters. The panel law Liberia says you can't do it. The president and his men pay bribe money and double dead, and they can swear on Bible, they can swear on oath that they didn't pay bribe money to move Kufa. And you who's supposed to be professional because you're in Unity Party, you go to read on Facebook and say, oh, Unity Party is strong because they move speaker. You're strong because you can spy or because you can cheat.
And
I pay bribe to move speaker.
Isaac, as we speak,
something is not right in a country. Liberian people, now is the time to speak out. We don't need muted puppets. Look, our puppets got to be active again because they think work are doing way for a pass. You can say, oh, in the church, I see it. The puppet can be greeted with muted voices. It can be greeted with muted voices. The puppet got to be very clear. Tell Mr. Boyka, brother, we're only one piece. What Benito worries? Benito worry is this freedom fighter who fought for the independence of Mexico. What is famous quote? He said the respect for the rights of others is peace. Benito worry. The freedom fighter. He said when you don't respect the rest of other people, you will not get peace. When you respect the rest of other people, you will get peace. But you don't respect the rest of our democratic institution, the Supreme Court. You don't respect the rest of Brother Kofa. He was elected to be speaker for 6 years. You pay money to move him. So if somebody pay money or basket to move you, brother, what are you going to say? What kind of prison are you setting so? What is this? Right. What is this going on, brother? Right. Because the Liberian Constitution, the last time I talked about it, the Liberian Constitution doesn't provide any guarantee for tending completion to elected officers. No. The Constitution is very consistent. You go to the 1847 Liberian Constitution, Article 2, it says all power inherent in the people. The people can alter the government, they can reform the government when the safety and the happiness is at stake. In 1847, so even if you are a textualist, if you believe in the text, the history of the text, go to 1847, Article 2, it will tell you. You go to the 1986, a consistent, Article 1 will tell you again. So the consistency that the people who established Liberia say, all power in the people. And the people can alter their government when the safety is at stake and the happiness. Our safety and happiness at stake. We got to stand up. For us, where we are now is to tell Mr. Boyka enough is enough. Please don't send people who are running away from the military junta back to the junta so they will kill them in Rome, a violative of international law. Mr. Boyka, when you become president for a poor country like Liberia, you can be riding super private jet. You know, super luxury private jet. You can't do that. You can't be riding super luxury car. Brother, let me ask this question in passing. I know you don't ask one question. Let me ask the question, a rhetorical question. This thing Boyka had done, does it demonstrate any moral integrity? Boyka dismissed Muda. Muda used to be the commerce minister. He's my friend. I created that model once. I don't tell you the joke. I created that model once and I said, "Are you so strong thing?" I said, "Model, I have level in me." He sent me tell. Hey, my man, you created that me, brother. What's going on? Hey, man, my man. I said, intellectually charged. But let's come to it. Bwaka, you dismiss Moda, ask him to resign because he bought a car in 90,000. You now riding a car in million. Do we not dismiss you as Liberian people? Because they got to be what? Moral consistency and moral integrity here. Where is the moral? Where is Bwaka moral integrity? He got no moral compass. You ask the minister to resign because he bought a expensive car in a poor country. You now riding a car in the tune of 1 million plus. And you still want to be president. You say Liberian people should not tell you to resign. What brother doing? Is that he can't have the cake and eat it. So I tell you, my Liberian people tonight, now is your time. The protest that's being organized in Mato Leto, what are Molu organizing? What matter is the number of people that will come to support it. Brother Snow, I tried to call Snow. I've not been able to get him. I tried on a Facebook thing. I can't get it, brother. I want to ask him publicly that he will make a Puma FN available so we can communicate to the people in the Western region. This is one of the things Bwaka has done dangerously, right? Bwaka has succeeded in sectionalizing the country, the politics of the country. If you check the Bwaka government, the number of government officials from the Western region can be counted on the right hand of my fingers. Can be counted on the right hand of my fingers. The vast majority of the people who control the government from the central northern region, that Lofa County #1, where he tribalized in the politics, that Bon County and that Nimba. Liberian constitution says you can't do this. It's violated of Article 5 of the Constitution. Don't promote tribalism. Don't promote sectionalism. What Bwaka has transported to Liberia is what she happened in Sevelun. The Sevelun politics is dangerous because it's sectionalized. That's what he's doing here. That's what he's doing. The Liberia that we envision, those of us who are organizing this protest, is a Liberia of Julio Niwari, Tanzania, where you let the entire country, not a section or a tribe. When Bronsky got offended by Bwaka saying Congo man will never be president, what did Bronsky say in reply to him? That was the first time Bronsky had to reply to Bwaka. He said, Bwaka, yes, I agree with you. Congo man will not be president. Country man will not be president. A good Liberian will be president. This is the Liberia that we envision. Those of us who organize in the protest. The person who will be president of Liberia should be a good, qualified, competent Liberian that will not see tribe, it will not see session. It will see Liberia as a country. Bwaka is not there yet. It's still in your head. It's still in your head. So we got to get it out of your head. Malcolm said, we make our demand. We put you for you to bend, and you will bend to our will. If you refuse to bend, then we'll break you. And then new hands will build the new Liberia or the new America. Paraphrasing him, the new hands will build the new Liberia. If Bwaka refuses to bend to our demand, as we organize July 17, we'll break him. And we break him, the new Liberia will be constructed by Liberians who want a wholesome, functioning Liberia. We don't want a tribal Liberia. It didn't help us during the Blue administration. We don't want a sectional Liberia. We want Liberia as a unitary state. That's the Liberia we envision. The Bwaka can never, but it can't divide the country as he's doing. So, Brother Snow, I was trying to call you because I wanted to see whether we can use Puma FM, which is your station, to broadcast to the Western region, to inform our people that they've been isolated from the executive governance of the country. Today, the vast majority of the people who run Bwaka administration are people from Lofa. You put some splinters of people from Bon and from Nimba. This is dangerous. It is dangerous. You can't continue with a country like this. It's not a private place. So it's not listening to us. If some of the people listening, let him know I was reaching out because I want to use Puma FM regularly, like I'm using your station OAB. We got to get across, we got to get the message across to our people. Bwaka is running the country wrong, in a wrong way. All right. In a wrong way. Everything he criticizes and what he's doing.
Okay. Isaac, thank you. And I just a few comments from you, but I'm just being informed that that even on Bwaka's farm in Bapolu County area, he has brought in common jaws and they are terrorizing the people in the villages and towns there, and they are beating them. Bruce Bwaka's farm in Bapolu County. That's what happened.
No, but you can't doubt it. And when I say Bwaka importing the thing from Sierra Leone, I say Bwaka, we all know his history. He was born in Boedu. Boedu is a bordering town. It's populated with Kisi people. That's why he's a Kisi man. He was born in Boedu, and then I think at age 5, 6, 7, he was taken to Foya. That is his history. And so he's thinking that even, if things go for bad, if things go order, he will get somebody say, we're going to come into Liberia to help him. He's making a mistake. He's making a serious mistake. HB, we got to paraphrase HB here. This man is making serious mistake because his calculations are wrong. If the people are hungry in Liberia, Sierra Leone will not help you. The best you can do is to govern the country in accordance to the law of the land. You got to be respectful of the law. A prudential conduct of the president is the only guarantee that the Constitution gave for the president to stay in power for 6 years. If the president is not prudential, if he respects the law, he said we can alter the government, we can reform the government for our happiness and safety. Right now, the happiness and safety of the country is at stake. It's at stake. The country is drowning in poverty, and Bwaka is compounding it. He adding it up. He draining the national coffer by the very expensive car he rides. The car can take gas. The car will need servicing. The plane he fly, super luxury plane, they will take gas. What is he doing? Ellen Johnson said, do any of this, bro. Let's tussle and tussle. You better not let Ellen, man. But let's talk true, man. For God's sake. And you saw Ellen with all the respect. Ellen clever more than Bwaka. Honestly, she got more educational credential, better articulate. Bwaka said he went to the energy conference to talk about Liberia. And the girl who moderator said disrespected him. Because I can't understand what they're talking to me, they're talking to the one, they're talking to the airs. The dementia set in. They're talking to the one, they're talking to the guys, we got to call the old man, we got time on our hand. It will never happen to Ellen Johnson Sally. Very articulate woman. On top of her game, she won many accolades globally. Did she go into all that opulence? Did she Ellen do that in the band way? So Bwaka is misleading the country, carrying the country down the road. It's bad. So we gotta tell you. So some of the people, I'm talking about they fighting. Corruption is a cancer in Liberia, right? So we are told that the men were going to fight the corruption. Look at some of the people the men brought back. Not to Jabba, Daniel Johnson. In fact, the Daniel Johnson team is an affront to the U.S. government. The U.S. government been looking for Daniel Johnson because he ate USA money, $1.9 million. That boy. Bwaka bro is getting the aviation. The American people look at the man is just reckless, doesn't care, is aloof. He thinks he can plan for the Americans. The American, you go and eat American people money, they're looking for the ball, and Bwaka shooting the ball and giving him job. And you think the American don't care. One girl, the girl posted a thing, I think she's affiliate of the CDC. Yeah, I don't know. Even Nimba, she's always the girl. What girl? I'm using a girl name, man. Susan, yeah. She posted this thing, and I don't know whether it was on internet or she saw it somewhere, but even so internet, we gotta respect her. She said, "Fool are 80, fool forever." When you're 80-year-old and you're doing the thing Bwaka doing, you're gonna do it forever, brother. Because you can't teach old dog new trick. Fool are 80, fool forever. Daniel Johnson, it used their money, 1.9 million. You Bwaka, the Americans are after the ball. You bring him back in the government and shield him and getting him money. And did American happen with you? You gotta be joking. Bwaka is a joke. You think Raptor Mijepele gave her a national podium, insulted the American, humiliated them. And you think they're going to take gloss over these things, Mr. Bwaka? Your punishment will come. If you think you're going to invest in wickedness and stay president for long, yeah, maybe he 80 years old, doesn't care. 80 years old, I will go anyway. But you want to go in a dignified way, oh man. You don't want to go disgracefully. So when you say, oh, no, wishing well, let me tell you, Bwaka will fall and he will fall disgracefully. Let them come. Let them be the ready rubbish press release behind snow. The snow is like, so why you want press release? The snow. Don't be worried about press release. Let government write press release. The government is used to writing press release. The government will be interested in improving the standard of living of our people. You're talking about writing press release. Even this snow, most ability, the small money you get, bring some of the money to the protests. Brother, somebody say, oh my man, you're not your friend, you're a friend. Brother, you're my friend. You're a daughter, fine and clever girl. She got hired by Funati Kofa. She was working there. Very intellectual girl. Where is this? Where is the group? They grew in Morocco. They awarded her something. Grandma Tana. Kofa said, the girl can't do some work. He uprooted the girl violently. Because when you move Kofa like the day, I don't know where the girl is now. You think she's still working in the office? No, they dissolved the office. So, brother, I hear Pwaga say you want interest in your loan start. All of you guys who thinking you can have polite conversation with Pwaga, you're making mistake. Find money, put it in the campaign. We ask for accountability. Molu, it will give you right. Please put the right to the intended purpose. For me, that's where we should be. Let the protest be massive. If we are successful to make Pwaga the mercy of Liberia, let's do it. It is not Mobako. You think Mobako? I represented Liberia at IMO. The first permanent representatives of meet with the Queen of England. God bless me too. You know how many people have been going since the mission was established in that place? No Liberia permanent representative had the opportunity to meet with the Queen. The people who meet with Queen are ambassador proper. All right, when it's submitting the letter of credit, our permanent representative go over with me. I've met the Queen. Why it happened? The Secretary General Kita Lane was impressed with my articulation, my passion for Liberia, the way I argue on the floor. Correct? If we care for Liberia, we will not worry about whether I'm more lady. So when Mobile call me, I go and say, oh my man, a former permanent representative in London, and I come and be spokesman for you. Zero. I didn't see Mobile. I saw a bigger cause. Edwin Snow, a bigger threat, a coming. This is a foretaste of a better cup. Yeah, I trust you. That was new leader. Trust you was intellectual at the highest level. This is the foretaste of a better cup that will be served to you. Don't think you're going to tell it when you hear Baga records. Are you joking? It's a foretaste of a better cup that will be served to you. Be careful. That thing, Kofa. I wrote Kofa. You know, I sent Kofa text message. Let me tell you what I sent Kofa. I said, Kofa, when Madam Sally decided to fight injustice, she threw everything at it. You can't compromise with injustice. The threat to justice won't play. Threat to justice everywhere. I'm Martin Luther King. Throw everything at your disposal at this injustice. Slow. They start with prayer release. You get big pound fan. They will kill somebody and say, you kill the person, you will drag you to court. Pay attention. I know these people. If they can lie on you deliberately, how long will it take them to kill somebody and put in your pound and say, that's no good, man. I read your listed team. Even though the fake doctor who they brought in the country killed thousands of our people and the government let them run away. But you know they was put it on your head. Be careful, brother. Don't talk past it. Musa. Okay. Let's support Monu. Let's support this protest. This protest is about showing a light of truth on what Waka is doing to the country. And we got to tell him enough is enough. The people in Serbia, the people in Serbia are doing it. The people in Egypt did it. People in Tunisia did it. In recent history, the people right next door, the Ghanaians, what the Ghanaians did, they didn't move their guy, but they sent a strong message, right? He suspended the Chief Justice, who is a female. Correct? He suspended because he can't suspend the female, the Chief Justice. About I think 9,000, 7,000 Ghanaians took to the streets. And telling them, I mean, brother, the way you're starting, you got to try. I mean, imagine just the Chief Justice that was suspended, it provoked a protest in Accra, Ghana. For us, it's not just our Chief Justice, it's the entire judiciary that Bwaka disregarded. The whole judiciary, 4 justices. He said, I'm interested in your opinion. I will do what I can do. Then he got this scam thing where I say, oh, the election. Election, when you induce people and pay bribe money, we can't sit down. Comrade, we can't sit down. In Nairobi, Kenya, what Bassa doing with the legislature? When the legislature decided to work along with the executive and pass laws that were imposing hardship on the people of Kenya, what did they do? They protested. They went to the speaker's office and vandalized it. They said, man, it's rubbish. The vice president is what? Is going to be on a trial, right? For impeachment. In Kenya, Nairobi, these are the current event, brother. Liberia, this is the audience republic. We should show people how democracy works. When I used to be at the IMO, and that's one of the reasons why I support Liberia position, aspiration for the seat, the non-permanent seat at the UN, because Liberia is the audience republic. We may not have much to show, but that cloud, we should be able to show. We should be pace settler. We should lead the way. And so I applaud the effort made by Louis Garcia Brown. It's not for Bassa. We're not because we dislike Bassa, so we hate our country. We want Liberia to shine. You know, Liberia, the first republic. We got to show people how democracy works. We got to carry that torch. We got to be pace settler. We can't sit passively when the president urinates on our constitution, metaphorically speaking. When the president and his son land a pocket on an industrial scale, we still keep quiet. Jojo, a millionaire overnight. Jojo went to Australia. We're not no sophisticated school. Australia, not Avalon school. Jojo went to Australia. He's millionaire now in 2 years, 1 year and a half. He's millionaire. And my friends there won't be talking upon it. Upon it, he said, calling, bro, leave Georgie. Georgie go rely and say, he did he rely and say, the thing we're dealing with now, they have Bassa making here people millionaire over there, and they're giving you crumbs. These people will be giving you crumbs. After 6 years, God forbid, they will be billionaire and you will still be having a little crumb. Let's take off for Liberia. Let's work for our country in terms of Bassa. Enough is enough. You will not make you unemployed, my daughter unemployed, and I say that, but you they think that coming is the foretaste of a better cup. You're going to eat. It's a symbol. You're serving a small. You don't know who you will serve next. Your daughter no longer get job. It is Miss Kofa. You pay brown money again, Kofa moving. You want to make the country up, your daughter get job now. I know she's clever. Matana on her horse. She's very intelligent, very articulate. She should be working. Why is she not working? Because Bassa can't let her. Because she's your daughter. Because you're your daughter, she's going to be enemy to Bassa. Correct? You going to sit down?
Okay.
You going to sit down, brother? Put the money in the protest.
You're right.
All we need to do, let that brother. Their money we put it in a GoFundMe here. Do your best to deploy it. We want water for our people. And I'm not gonna doubt Molu's commitment to this cause. Molu is courageous and passionate. You will deploy it properly. We want water for our people. We want snacks for our people. And let me tell you, the final thing I will say, the protest, we're not carrying the petition to Kun. Kun is a product of an orchestrated coup. When you talk coup, you're not talking democracy. We're not going petition to the Capitol building. We're carrying the petition to the president, to the executive mansion. And this is serious business. We want Mr. Bassa to come face to face with angry people. That's what we're doing. So nobody will say we're going to Capitol. I'm not going to Capitol. I told Molu already privately, we're not going to Capitol building. We're going to the seat of power, to the seat of the government. We're going to Mr. Bassa. We'll read the petition. We'll demand him to do right. We're not going to appeal to him. It's our right. We demand that right. But Mr. Bassa to do right. If he doesn't do right, we stay at the executive mansion. Where people will cook there and eat there. That's what we're going to do. Let him know that serious business we're dealing with. We're not playing fun. I told Molu, we're not scaring Bassa. We're not scaring the government. We're telling the government what is right and what should be done for our people. Bassa take President Joy building office for himself, and he can build one kitchen for all people. You think that's what we're going to be doing? The president take power in super luxury jet, and our people in poverty, and they can't get angry. $3,000 Patrick Hannah generator. Let me close with this. $3,000 to Patrick Hannah generator monthly. Assuming you are taking 1,000 of that 3,000 and get 3 market women and say, look, they will take 1,000 and Bassa being power for 1 year plus. But now you know how many market women will benefit? Just one market woman say, yeah, 1,000 a month, do your business. At least small thing, they be paying it small, but just do your business with it. You know how many people will be empowering? They're from Patrick Hannah generator. Generator is leftlet. But for Patrick Hannah to sleep in comfort, he paying 3,000. The AFL soldier, he said now, you looking at us, AFL soldier, you're making less than $200. Do you know how much Bwaka's son made in 1 year? He's a millionaire. As the country resources, if you're loyal to the state, you got to tell Bwaka enough is enough. The resources of the country should benefit all of us. AFL. The other time I go, my man, you must go. I said, listen, brother. My best friend was the former Minister of Defense. When I can't, I will go to a horse. The way I will be stopping. If he gave me all, he would give a Bassa brother all. I'm not being trouble, listen, but let me just understand. When I can't, I will go to Zianga horse. Let him put me horse and say, Jazzy, you're not sleeping in my horse. I will go to Zianga. You know, every time I used to visit Zianga, we're talking, he said, man, you're the top politician. Me, I saw your man. I don't politician, brother. Zianga, you're not a politician, you told your man. Your brother, a politician. I am using my God-driven talent to speak for my country. And the people who will get going want to kill me, Zianga, you got to stand against them. Don't let them kill me. You say you're military man, you're not politician, you're not talk politics. I will talk to politics. I'm using my God-given talent now to talk to politics. Don't let them kill me. Because I come into your house, I'm serving him public notice. I heard the Minister of Justice say, oh, you know, we got to go to him for permit. We're not going to get permit to exercise our right. That Minister of Justice ought to bow his head in shame. Matter of fact, that guy should be in political hoarding. That Minister of Justice, you misled the entire country. When the country had difficulty with the law, you misled us. You don't work the sort. I'm not going to go to any flunky Minister of Justice for permit to exercise my democratic right. We're serving the government public notice that we gather on July 17th. If the government want to protect the protest, it must start making plan. It's public notice. We're not going to no sick, weak, wobbling Minister of Justice who doesn't know the law, who mislead the country. I will get that. My public notice to my friend Donald Zianga. I'm bringing the trouble on you. If you call the trouble, I'm bringing the trouble. John Lewis, one American leader here, he's a Martin Luther King. He said, well, let's get in good trouble. The good trouble you're going to get in. I'm coming to the hall. Pull me Osa. Let the Bassa people know that you pull me Osa. I'm telling him publicly. Because every time you go to the guy, you talk politics too much, bro. Don't talk politics in my hall. You say, me, I say, don't talk politics in my hall. But how would a political man are your brother? I'm exercising what I learned in school. I'm talking for poor people. I will start to your house. If black guy won't arrest me and they kill me, my blood will be in your hand. Don't let them catch me. They can't say them that my friend, that my brother here. He's from River, all from River said. He settled in Bassa, but we all from River said. So now I finished talking a public. Everything I want to do, let me say the people follow the regard. We're not going to have from these people. I can't, I'm going to hard from there. Let me clear. He was sitting over there, and all these Bassa people will be coming to protest and allow Prince Johnson, who is politically, deeply politicized, to bring gun and kill our people. Look, but if Bwaka is really serious for the security of the country, he want the American government to respect him. That born naked, they throw cutting pregnant women killer. Born naked is a throw cutting pregnant women killer. You carry the NSA. When the American people put their money to professionalize the institution, then when you carry born naked, Bwaka carry born naked, why he did it? He think they will use the place to torture people. It's not good. You don't want good. So, brother, I think I talked to my, I put the story to all that, but I don't want to make it look like, the secret. When I can't, I'll go to Zianga house. That's where I will start. The last time when I went to Zianga house, when president, we are in power and king at Zianga house, I will tell you, remember, intense can't say that about. But brother, when I can't, I'll go to Zianga house. That will be. When you can't let it catch me, and Zianga get me up, let the Bassa people know that my blood will be on your hand. I'm going to run away from Joe Bwaka. Bwaka and his people are not serious. Our people will protect the Bassa people. We stood up against child stealer. That Bwaka we're going to be scared of. They're weak, wobbling, 80-year-old that we're going to run away from. Child stealer. You want to go do something, Bwaka in Buchanan. Who's it? Daniel Jazzy, my man. Jazzy, my man too, but brother, you can't do it. Bassa people. Sorry, don't bring it here. Daniel Jazzy said that. Diane, they say Diane. Daniel Zianga. Dana J. I see that. I was in my Zianga. They cannot Zianga one canani one. I will be to Zianga house. I will meet with Madam Selly. I will meet with George Weah. I will meet with Justice Kabina Janet. If I don't know meetings, I will join my brother Molu in the various communities to most mobilize our people.
All right.
So our people will stand up for their rights. It is their right. They got to demand it. They're not going to ask for it. They're not going to plead. They're going to demand it. And Bwaka will be able to, he will give it. If he doesn't give it, it will be on him. We're not going to run away from Bwaka. We didn't run away from Chancellor. We're not running away from him. We're not running away from Bwaka. No. No, we're not. Sorry, Bwaka. We're not going to run away from you. Sorry.
How are you going through that? Anyway, thank you so much, Isaac Jackson, for everything. We appreciate, and of course, it was nice hosting you here tonight. Don't let them kill Isaac Jackson. Don't let them get him. Thank you so much, Isaac. We'll have more of these kind of conversations, and I must admit that it was quite fantastic. Time has caught up with us. So
yeah, I'm sorry we went overboard, but I thank you, Gosen. I think you're doing your best to keep the Liberian democracy working. Because the fourth estate is one of the bastions of democracy. Right. It's provided for in Article 15 of our Liberian Constitution, right? We got to exercise our right to freely speak, and we got to exercise our right to assemble, Article 17, and that's what we're going to do. So thank you for the opportunity, and I think the listening audience, I think the Liberian people who will be joining the protest will do it peacefully. We will demand Mr. Bwaka to do right. He got to stop this opulence. No. The man from Bwedu live in Foya. He was just, I mean, how can you have lived all? So it looks like Bwaka been wishing for that thing ever since, right? You know, generally thought to see the. So he been playing in your head that you gotta ride. Yeah, come on, man. He's a disgrace to himself. You can live all of this one more level. Let your legs speak for you. You don't need all of this. You don't, especially in a country where 2.3 million of the people, my friend, who say he celebrating United Party because United Party move over. And I said, but this is a coup. You can't celebrate this coup. You can't dance on democracy. He's an economist, right?
Right.
2.3 million people in hunger. And you, a minister of finance, you deputy minister, you're not concerned. You know, hungry people will get angry. Right? The hungry man, angry man. So let our people who are feeling the pinch, whose homes are being demolished, the people who have the Bwaga breaking down, the AFL people, not AFL, but EPS people, who Bwaka unlawfully dismissed because Article 18 of the Liberian Constitution says the government should not carry on employment discrimination. Don't dismiss people because they say, oh, you're supposed to see. Bwaka dismissed about 500 of those EPS people. Those people, the protest is for you. The protest is for our wheelbarrow boys, our motorbike rider. Look at the disgraceful thing the government doing. You want to segregate Monrovia from motorbike rider. In London, where I come from, where I live for a while, they allow everybody to come to the capital. You follow the traffic law. You motorbike man, you engage in something, they tell the motorbike to go up. I think they got for 24 hours. You can go by motorbike, they get squeezed out of it. You don't see it again, correct? But they're not stopping you from going to London. The city, Monrovia can't be for only bishop. What about the pay taxes? All right, let them follow the traffic regulation. If they violate the traffic regulation and you confiscate the motorbike, they got 2 days to come. But they don't come for you, close it down. You don't get it again. But to say motorbike riders will not come to the capital is violated of their right to freely move around and to make business too. So motorbike riders, the protest is for you too. Come up. The people who are dismissed by Bwaga unfairly, come up. Everybody come up. Let them is the Bwaga enough. No, we can't take it.
All right. Thanks so much to all of you for the time. And of course, Joe Cooper, thank you so much for the information. Gafam brought security camera from America for 7,000 yesterday. Everyone else, they put in that security first. Thanks so much to Isaac Jackson for being with us. So, folks, now calls in, please. Time has caught up with us. I think the lecture was very great. So, until we are back here, God's willing, on tomorrow with another edition of the show. For those of you who played the cash giveaway, your draws are done and the monies are to you. So, I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant night. Bye. And I really appreciate you for everything. Thank you so much for being there. Bye-bye.